Hey basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about perfect footwork for layups. Now, to some people who are more advanced, they may look at this video and say, forget about it, I already know how to do a layup. I'm going to be going over some different tactics and some different things that you may never have heard of, so make sure to watch the full video if you can, if I don't bore you out. But let's get down to it. First off, to do a layup. Okay, so to do a layup, it's very simple. What you want to do is dribble on the right side. Theoretically, you want to go and dribble on your left foot, then you want to go right, left, and then you can go up. That is to do a proper layup or a perfect layup. Now, what you really want to try and do at first is just to practice dribble on the left foot, right, left, up. That's what you would do if you're young, if you're learning how to do a layup, things like that. That's what you would do. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the only way to do a layup on the right side, and it's going to be the same for the left side. Because you never know when you're in a game, when you're driving towards the rim, you may just so happen to dribble on your right foot last, and then you need to go left, right, and up. You need to know how to do both feet on each side. I know this may go against what some coaches have always told you, but when you're in a game, things happen. You need to have a contingency plan and have the knowledge and the skill level to really roll with any punch that comes. So, I always like to teach players, no matter what age, dribble on their left foot, right, left, up, and then on the flip side, dribble on their right foot, left, right, up, because you just never know what's going to happen in game. Now, once we've learned from here, we're going to take a step out and we're going to try and take longer steps to get to the basket. And we're going to continue to try and get further and further back. Now, in theory, if you're running from half court or farther, you should be able to take 2 steps. If you're from around grade 8, grade 9 and up, you should be able to take 2 steps from the 3-point line and go in for a layup. Now, it's a bit harder for me right now because I've had some terrible knee injuries, but when you're going in for a layup, you shouldn't be just going small steps, right, left, up. You want to take the longest steps possible. Now, this may look like a travel to some of the fans in basketball, but if we look at players like Giannis Antetokounmpo and other players like that who are able to take their 2 steps from the 3-point line or even farther, it's actually not a travel. And because it's the same thing as a layup, you're just taking longer steps. And that's what your main goal should be. So if you take anything from this video today, what you really want to do is obviously learn both both types of footwork from each side, and then try to build your steps out farther. Try to take the longest strides as possible, because I can tell you right now, from the free throw line, I can go 1 step, 2 step, I'm already at the rim. And that's not even running. So what you really want to do is start really close and then build your way back and try to take as long of steps as possible. So just from the free throw line, which is about 5 feet in from the 3-point line at the high school level at least, I can get to the rim, which means that with me running, I'll be able to get air in between my steps. I'd be able to take off from the 3-point line and take my 2 steps. And I could actually go, when I was playing down in the States in the D League for the training camp, they had the NBA 3-point range, and I was able to go on a couple of fast breaks and start my 2 steps from the NBA 3-point line. And I was still ending up right here, finishing a perfect layup. So you really want to take those 2 steps as far back as possible, as long as possible, mainly because it's a lot faster than having to dribble 2 or 3 times up to the rim and then taking your 2 steps from here. It's a lot faster, and you can beat a lot of players. That's what you can sometimes see in the NBA, where a player just totally leaves his defender behind because he picked up the ball, took his 2 steps, and he got in for a layup. You want to try and pick up the ball as early as possible while only doing those 2 steps. So we're going to go left foot, bang, bang, and up. We're going to go a little bit farther out. We're gonna go left foot, bang, bang, and up. And you're gonna wanna keep on building yourself back. And that last one was even with smaller steps than I normally would take because I'm too afraid to do it with my knee. So if I can take off from the 3-point line the way I am and still finish, you should as well. Now I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.